Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
Coming from the person who's in charge of recruiting talent to promote Call of Duty games, these statements seem to be counterintuitive or at a minimum financially burdensome for the company that's allowing this wokeness to ruin its legacy and dissuading a large portion of its community from continuing to be a part of it and continuing to financially support the Call of Duty franchise. But I'm just here to return the same idiotic woke energy just from the opposite side of the woke spectrum. I think they call it based. Guess we'll find out. Or get canceled trying on a video that begins right now. What's up, what's good YouTube? Hope all is well, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Hapa, and on today's video, we're going to be sifting through the incoherent ramblings of an Activision employee. With the Twitter handle, Shanice Says Hey, the primary talent acquisition agent, or she puts it, influencer relations for Call of Duty and Activision, but in layman's terms, it's up to Shanice to find and reach out to these streamers, influencers, content creators, whomever she believes is a good fit to promote and advertise the Call of Duty brand, including but not limited to figuring out who and who not to invite to the COD events like the most recent COD Next event. But unfortunately for the community as a whole, Shanice intentionally fails to fairly represent everybody as she falsely claims to do. And a quick glance at Shanice's Twitter profile reveals all that you need to know about how Shanice feels about those in the COD community that don't explicitly represent her views. But after seeing what I've seen, Shanice recently had to say, accompanied with her actions, aka excluding certain people, while including certain people that she shouldn't even have on her radar, Nadia. 5 I just want to share with y'all the absolute ridiculousness of all of it, because this is why there's nothing other than soft-ass woke liberalism representing the COD franchise these days. From the devs down to the content creators, people like Shanice chooses. A large part of the community that plays COD, in fact, the numbers say people who share the beliefs such as Shanice's, they happen to have a minority stake in the community. But you know what they say, empty wagons tend to make the most noise. You sure should make a lot of noise, Hapa. I need to fire him. But before we get into it today, guys, I want to remind you that I'm going to be streaming right here on YouTube tomorrow, as the channel's been offered a sponsored stream. And the best part about it, guys, all they're asking us to do to meet the sponsorship goals, play the game together. So you guys definitely don't want to miss the YouTube live stream tomorrow, starting roughly at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now let's hop right on to Shanice's Twitter feed. All right, I want to start with this clear example of sexism that would not only be addressed immediately if the roles were reversed, but would be grounds for permanent termination of this account from Twitter. But since Twitter practices the old adage of rules for thee and not for me, you're good as long as you virtue signal when you have to and, you know, identify correctly. Let's take a look at some of these comments, shall we? Oh, I see that she's limited who can actually reply to this. Wouldn't want somebody of an opposite ideology to have something to say about it now, would ya? Men should not have internet access. The anti-sheep grenade said, how would your bills get paid then? That's a good point. Proverbial simps, Zuma and Hitch. Ha ha ha. Look at Hitch simping. For real, bro. I don't even know why they let me on the internet. Yeah, I don't, this one I'll agree with. I don't know why the fuck they let you on the internet, Hitch. Literally everything you says is fucking cringe. Ghost of Caldera. Facts. Oh. Stephanie Snowden. I screamed because I'm also a fucking sexist. Oh, finally somebody identified it as an L tweet. Riot Ashley says, you're onto something here. Please tell me this bitch doesn't have blue hair. She has blue, purple hair. Blue or purple hair. I guarantee it. Blue, purple, regular hair, and you're saying that type of shit? Looks like Ray the Great says, what did I do? And then Shanice is like, you still have access. We need your skits. So basically, anybody that I don't like, I'm allowed to say whatever I want. But if the shoe was on the other foot, how dare you? Curry wants to know how he's going to jerk off. Your imagination. Am I the only one that uses their imagination to jerk off? And yes, I agree. It's pretty sick that I use the same thing to jerk off to that I used to pretend to be a firefighter as a child. Technicolor Jesus says, I'm totally a man, and I fucking super agree. If you're being serious, Technicolor Jesus, you're not a man. That's not a man. I don't know who told you that was being a man, but I need to correct the record. Men don't act like that. With the exception of beta males. It's a subspecies of male, subspecies of man. You may be one of those. Not a man, though. Finally, somebody says it. What is it? Davey Gallagher says, imagine if somebody tweeted the opposite, right? No shit, I agree with you and none. For real. Oh, fuck, we got FaZe Swag in here. I just want to be seen. LOL, LOL. Say something important, Swag. Say, hey, man, I think this is a bad take. And if you turn around and you ask a male streamer like me to represent the brand that you're tasked with finding talent for, and I say no because of tweets like this, how much longer do you think you're going to occupy this position finding talent for Activision? No. But it's probably much easier to suck the liberal dick that feeds you, right, Swag? Oh, we got a burner of a take from Malia. Spitting as usual. Get him, girl. Delboy interjecting with, attention-seeking men shouldn't have internet access, but there's still some good men out there. It's Sad replied with generalizing a whole group for the actions of a few. Would it be cool if I did that with race or skin color? Let me know. The answer, Sad, is absolutely not. Sean, socially distant, says, it's true. Men on the internet are frequently embarrassing. Tweeted as he was looking into a mirror. Cypher shot back with, women shouldn't have access to the internet. See how dumb that sounds? In this case, it really doesn't sound dumb. But yeah, I get your point. CBL says, casual misandry, love to see it. If you're gonna talk about a specific man, at them next time and stop making generalized comments on your damn platform. Good point. Going back even further, she makes a post reading, I am still dead tired, what the hell, but I do have time to address a DM somebody sent me that mentioned there was only one person of color at our event this week. And no, she didn't share that DM. I'll take what is a virtue signal for 800, Alex. CovNext was one of the most diverse events this IP has ever seen. Period. And that was intentional from our team. Maybe they didn't watch, and that's totally fine. They didn't have to. The event reflected what the world around us looks like every day. I'm extremely proud of that fact. Glad that I had a team that supports me in that work and values it as much as I do. Here's the problem with that, Shanice. You only surround yourself with people that think and believe the exact same things that you do. Therefore, your world of diversity isn't all that diverse. And yeah, this is also something I feel strongly about. Also something I don't feel was addressed properly. I mean, it's great that we have every letter of the alphabet community represented. In fact, I was pleasantly surprised to see how diverse of a mix of content creators that they actually happened to invite, but noticed one glaring yet unsurprising absence of representation amongst the community. It's actually a rather large part of the community. What about the conservatively minded part of the community? Got anybody that's got an accent kind of like mine up there? Conveniently couldn't find one of us to invite? Or do we got some sort of policy against single white males that don't constantly virtue signal about some far woke left agenda every time they get the opportunity to? What about the female streamer that champions traditional values? What about the equal opposite of the streamers that you invited? A community fairly represented? In whose eyes? And I'm not even going to look at the comments on this one because I already know that I'm going to lose brain cells. And at this age, I can't afford that many. Going back even further in another deeply horrifying post, Shini says, yikes, if you think 500 hours of community service and charity streams means black people gotta forgive the literal wild shit that came out of your mouth, referring to the absolutely disgusting and disturbing video that somebody had dug up from Rally's past. Now, for context here, a video had leaked of Rally trying to be funny, but it ended up coming off as really racist, actually, and very distasteful. So I'm not trying to give Rally a pass for that, but this tweet of hers was made after Rally reached out after a shadow ban of his Warzone account. And for what I can only assume was because of the video that recently surfaced, Shanice decided to ignore him, but instead tweet about it cryptically, which actually Rally called her out for it in the replies, saying, yet I sit here and support creators on the daily from all backgrounds. I've DM'd you multiple times as well, asking for any advice of what you'd like for me to do as well. Going further, asking why you sit there and subtweet like a child instead of actually responding to my DMs like an adult. To which later Shanice replied, if you don't get a response from me, you're more than welcome to reach out to any of my team members to chat, which by the way is corporate code for go fuck yourself. To which by the way I kind of agree with, but I'm also not in charge of communications with streamers that are tasked with promoting my brand. Unfortunately, this seems like just a little bit more proof that Shanice is unfit for the position. You can't allow your emotions to dictate how you decide to treat people within the bounds of your job responsibility. You can't treat somebody different because you don't like them. You can't unfortunately treat somebody different because they're a racist or you think they're one. It just doesn't work work that way. Can you imagine EMS personnel? Yeah, I didn't resuscitate him because I heard he was a racist. In another tweet Shanice made that I'm kind of reading between the lines, but I bet I'm right. Creators, if we met at TwitchCon, drop a little hi emoji. Want to make sure we got everybody that stopped by to say hi. P.S. Pretty sure I remembered all of you because you were lovely, but this is just to confirm all of the team's notes. Translation? I was much too busy at the function stroking my own ego and clout chasing, so please comment below so I can compare my drunk memory with your sub count and leave notes for the team about who we should be nice to and let get away with everything that they want and who we should mute on Twitter because they don't meet my personal requirements for sub count to have direct access to me. In more idiotic woke news, apparently she got an Uber and it was playing Christmas music and it happened to be her birthday, and the thought of canceling her birthday crossed her mind. Imagine another's cultures, customs, and traditions irritating you so much that it ruins your special day, or at a minimum, causes you to pull out your phone and tweet about it? What the fuck were you looking for, a pity party? Imagine the Uber driver trying to make you feel comfortable and playing insert whatever kind of music that you like, Shanice. I'm pretty sure you'd still make a tweet, except it'd be about cultural appropriation now, wouldn't it? And I just want to point out to you, Shanice, for future reference, you're losing hella liberal points for not having your proper pronouns contained within your Twitter bio. I didn't make the rules. I'm just here to repeat the ridiculousness of them ad nauseum. And these, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are the very people who, in my opinion, are killing this franchise. How these type of I'm so inclusive while remaining some of the most exclusionary people on the internet are what is killing COD. You know, the ones that form a victim mentality when it benefits them, but censor and silence anything and everything that doesn't benefit them or their friends. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. You know what? Never mind. I don't really care what you guys think. I'm actually turning on comment approval and only approving posts that kiss my ass and tell me I am the best male YouTuber in the history of YouTubing. You know, this all reminds me of the daily direct messages I get from Bad Boy Beeman that say, and I quote, "Fuck you, Hapa." No, seriously, fuck you. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of B-Tech Hapa, where I add my intros and outros to Hapa's clearly superior content. Crack on with the video, shall we? Oh my, what the hell? For fuck's sake, John, how hard is it to get a T right? Catch you guys on the next one.
Hold on, buddy, what is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad. Know they gon' hate, do what I tell them. Get on your jaw. Work on smooth, I got the moves. I swear to God. Hey, I just dropped 200.